Hey, what's up everybody? We got another video for Snake. This time, as you read the title, most likely if it didn't change it, it's gonna be all about grenade. Grenade 101. I think that's what I'm gonna call it. But we're gonna go over basically the basics if you don't know how to kind of deal with grenade and some of the stuff. So let's get right into it. That way we don't waste any time. So we gotta see all the options that Snake has during the grenade. He could lob it, throw it forward, and he can basically throw it up. That's some of the basic stuff that he could do. He could also cancel it with shield or spot dodge. You could just jump out of it actually. If you do one of my techs, or you could just jump out of it because you could cancel the shield. Or you jump at the right frame, right when he pulls the pin, it will cancel. You'll basically drop grenade, and then you could just basically grab it afterwards. You could also grab it in the air and then let it fall. You could roll out of it, and these are all options that Snake's gonna be in neutral. He's gonna use in neutral, so get those down first. When he throws it, he could throw it up, he could throw it down in the air, and it's not gonna bounce as much as you can tell. Watch, if he throws it up, if he throws it in the air, if he throws it down, it won't bounce as far as if he's in the ground. Watch, it'll bounce higher. You could cook it. You only have 2.5 seconds, so remember that. I'm going really fast so we could cover the most we can in this video. I'm trying to make it really short for you guys, that way you guys can know all these things. Alright, so let's get right into other specifications with Snake. As you can tell, actually Snake cannot do anything till he pulls a pin. The grenade comes out on frame 1, but what happens is that you can't actually not do anything till Snake pulls the pin. Watch, once he pulls the pin, shield activates. I'm buffering shield, and I cannot actually move till he completely pulls the pin. He walks very slowly. He walks very slowly if he just pulls grenade. If you grab it, you could be able to run and actually drop it and do other stuff. You could even do basically aerials out of it too, like that. It's a lot harder, but see my Snake tech video. It'll really help you out if you want to learn how to do that and mix up. Other stuff that you should know is that when Snake pulls grenade, let me pause it, that way you guys can see it. The grenade starts basically on his center. That's why I paused it, that way you guys can see it. Grenades, as you can tell, they do 10.8 damage an explosion. If you throw it harder, it'll do more damage if it hits the character, as if you just kind of hit him not as hard. It won't do as much damage. So it has basically a throw hitbox. It basically does no knockback, and it's kind of like an item. It never stales. There's a sweet spot to it actually. If you just kind of cook it and wait for the explosion, it'll do more damage than normal. So basically you could potentially get around 16 to like 17 if you kind of grab it like this as an item. That will always do 5 if you throw it at them like this. That will always do 5. So that's pretty cool. Now let's get into some of the neutral stuff and other tech. Alright, so your goal as a Snake player is to always just get the grenade around them. Not necessarily hit them, but what will happen is that you gain a bunch of stage control and you force them to approach, and that's good for you because since Snake wants to force trades, since he hits super hard, watch, since all his tilts deal like 15 or more, down tilt 15 up till like 17, 18 if you sweet spot it, maybe even 19, like 18 point something actually, 18.8 I think, if I'm 18.2. So all that is very good for Snake, because you could just kind of like if they come at you and try to land with an aerial, you could just shield, and if they don't space it right, as you see, the front will be exposed. The grenade ends up in the back. So animations are very important, guys. That's why I'm doing this. Like I said, remember how it starts in the front. If you could laser it and time it, like Falco lasers will like burst it, because grenade won't burst if it's not like the certain amount of damage is done to it basically. So weak hits weak hits will not explode grenade. So you can also use that to your advantage, like land with an aerial that doesn't explode grenade, and then just grab him out of that to confirm like a grab or something, like super weak stuff that you could that you could land with him on that, or just do like a jab that kind of leads into a grab. But that way, even if you're not correctly spaced, you could use that, and then just use your invincibility. Watch, this could be used to like Snake's advantage, but it also could be used against him if you're able to grab him or able to like hit him in a way that the move is invincible. For example, like Darkest Lariat, you could approach him with that. Even though you're poking him with the Darkest Lariat, like if you're spaced with it, since the arms are invincible, there's a very high chance that you still won't like hit him. Or the move with super armor, basically just tank out the explosion anyway. That's super useful against Snake. And as a Snake player, you want to make it as difficult as possible for him to catch you. And you see how I'm just getting the grenade around him just creates a lot of like pressure, because then he has to either shield or run away or grab it and toss it back to you. But if you cook it, he can't do that, because the only thing you can do is shield, or you could try to parry it technically. But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to time. You have to it takes a long time to kind of master, especially when you're moving, because you but at one point there's like not much to like, there's not much you could do. So you could also try as a Snake player, or as another like an opponent of Snake. A little something a lot of people don't know is you could actually platform cancel the grenade. Not actually platform cancel, but you could go through platforms, if I'm better wording this. Yeah, so like, I could, like, especially at the start of the match, for like places where stages where you just there's like platform, you like start at a platform like Battlefield. You could just do this and you immediately have the grenade, and then you could just be there with grenade. Another thing, okay, you could grab grenade. You could grab grenade with tilts. Let's say you spot dodge because there's a grab, and you could just tilt them like that and then just throw it up. And like, one, if they're in the air, it could like middle to high percentage, it could lead into like, it could hit them. Especially if you do this, you could do an up tilt, then jump, throw it up, and it'll go really far. It'll go really far, and you could hit them. Something that I want to note about that timing is super strict with Snake. A lot of stuff is just timing. A lot of timing, because the thing is, the hitbox on grenades are huge. Watch. Let me just put this out. Watch, I'm gonna be closer to it, and boom. You see how it hits Pichu? Even though Pichu's further, for some reason, the hitbox affects more on the opponent than basically Snake. So that's good. That's good for Snake. Watch. You can also place grenade on platforms to like kind of like to trap opponents and get stage control. So if I'm here, it even hits Pichu like crouching, which I think that's amazing. You could just like toss a grenade up here like this, and then just kind of crouch and force people to kind of come at you. All right, so then you could just throw grenades at them. Even if they shield them and it bounces off of them, that's good for you, because you could throw another one. Like, you could throw it fast. You could throw it fast at them, and then you it's like saying, hey, like, now it's your problem to deal with. So it's better if you kind of avoid it. Watch, if I miss, there's no pressure. You see, there's nothing. Then you could just run at him. Something very good. Remember I told you that if you have like Snake at a certain distance, no, actually, if you have Snake like pull grenade and he can't move for seconds, at this distance he can't do anything, because he can't tilt you, he can't dash attack you. He has to commit to options at this burst range. I'd call it platform threat burst range, because that's kind of like the distance of a platform. So that if he pulls grenade at this distance, it's unsafe for him, because there's not much he can do. He could probably pull grenade and do this, but that doesn't leave him covered. Especially if like he does this and he spot dodges. He spot dodges a move that is like kind of like a pullback aerial, because you're just aiming at the front of him because it's exposed. And if he's in the air and he just be reversing, like he's landing and he be reverses, like he boom. Let me try it. He does that. What will happen is that will happen is that when he lands, you could punish him. Like you could punish him very, very well, especially if you keep here middle stage, because even if he B reverses, there's not much where he can go. Let's say he's like a bean, right, and then I just go run middle stage. I could just now grab him here, hit him, and then or do a pullback aerial. I could do something because he's facing this way or facing the other way, depending where he's going, where he's facing. Because if he's like this, the grenade's in the back. More stuff that I want to know. If he grabs the grenade though, look, when he blocks, the grenade ends up in the front. So if you land with an aerial on him, even if it's like, let's say it's a Mars Fair, that might, even if it's a pullback aerial, that might even explode. And since the explosions, basically the grenade explosion is such a huge hitbox, it might still even hit him. So that you gotta watch out for those kind of key differences. But if he's like this and he's kind of like, you see how you could hit his feet. Basically, aim at his feet, aim at the front. Make sure you know if he's holding or not holding grenade. Something other that I want to note, that when he grabs the grenade, he could air dodge or he could roll with the grenade. So he could, if you're stuck in this position, because if the thing is, when Snake is cornered, he's either forced to jump, run straight dash attack at you, or he has a grenade, so he's shield pressured, and that's bad for Snake. But if you just grab the grenade, Z drop and just toss it back, Z drop, and just tilt. You could Z drop. You could also just kind of Z drop it and throw it away, or Z drop and try to use an aerial to. That's something that a lot of people don't really use, or just because if you're here and you just toss it at them, watch. If it's not cooked, you're gonna have a bad time, because watch, it's not gonna hit short opponents. They have to be tall opponents, or they have to be jumping. So if you just dash like and do like low hitting tilts, it's gonna hit him. Especially when he's grabbing the grenade and he's blocking. You see that? His bottom is completely exposed, so you could actually shield poke him through the bottom and do other stuff. If he's like this, I want to note something super important. Do not dash attack him when he's here, and do not try to cross him up. One, if you cross him up, you're gonna end up here. Watch, he could like grab you, he could do whatever he wants, or you're gonna hit grenade. So even if you're actually middle stage and you try to cross him up, you're gonna hit the grenade most likely, and the grenade's gonna blow up on your face, and you're gonna take big fat damage. Now watch, let me just kind of like do other stuff. So this is more neutral stuff. I'll show you more other stuff that you can do later. You can also use it for ledge traps and stuff, but we'll go over that and stuff later in another video. We're gonna go over also of how to use it in combos and stuff. I just wanted to show you guys how, like, some stuff in neutral. So if you're a Snake player, you want to get it around them. Doesn't necessarily have to always hit them. If you have using it as an item, you try to hit them, you'll get nice tick damage all the time from far away even, and you're gonna even if it doesn't explode on them, you're getting damage. It doesn't matter. You're forcing that trade, and that's what you want. And as a person trying to battle the grenade, don't let the grenade even come near you. If it comes near you, either rush him down. If you know he's gonna pull another grenade, that's very obvious as well. But make sure you know where position of the stage you are, and if you're gonna do a cross up, or if you're not gonna do a cross up, you gotta watch out for those things. Because they're like little minor details that go a long way with Snake. Actually, you're gonna it's a lot of things that people don't really pay attention to, especially people just they pay more attention to damage and combos, but animation matters. Animation matters a lot. Remember that, guys. Alright, these have been some of the basics for neutral of grenade. I'll go over more stuff with grenade. I'll show you guys more options and fundamentals. I just want to go over some of the basics with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys, this was very informative, very helpful, and I will go over more neutral stuff with you guys in the next video. Alright, see you guys later. Bye bye. Adios.